spa town of Mittenwald is the cradle of Bavaria's violin-making tradition. Anton Sprenger is one of 10 violin makers with a workshop here. He's been crafting instruments from spruce wood since 1995, usually manufacturing 4 to 5 violins per year. His customers come from all over the world.
My name is Anton Sprenger and I'm a violin maker here in Mittenwald. I love living here. It's my home. I was born and raised here. My family were blacksmiths for over 500 years here. It's an unbeatable place to live.
Anton Sprenger's first recommendation is close by, the Church of St. Peter and Paul. On his way, he passes a monument to Matthias Klotz, who founded the local violin-making tradition in Mittenwald 3 centuries ago.
My top tip is the parish church of St. Peter and Paul. What I like about the church is that it's open to the public all day, 7 days a week, and you don't need to pay entrance fees. I also like the fact that the church was built 250 years ago by the people of Mittenwald themselves.
Originally built in the Gothic style, it was later given a Baroque makeover. Anton Sprenger is a regular visitor. Sometimes he also plays violin here. His own family history is connected with the history of the church. 250 years ago, one of his ancestors was among the artists who painted the side altar. Anton Sprenger's next recommendation is the nearby Museum of Violin-Making. Over the centuries, hundreds of violin and other string instrument makers lived in Mittenwald.
My second recommendation is the Museum of Violin-Making here in Mittenwald. It's been housed here in this historic building since 1960. It's a wonderful place to spend a day, watching films and finding out about the history of local violin making.
The collection is housed in a building that used to serve as both a home and workshop for violin makers. Anton Sprenger's third recommendation is a little way out of town, the Isar River, deep in the Bavarian countryside. Its source is close to the Karwendel Mountains. Historically, the River Isar played an important role in trade between Italy and Bavaria.
The River Isar is my third tip. It's one of the last wild rivers in Central Europe. It meanders and flows however it likes. It used to be an important trade artery. A lot of goods being transported from Italy were loaded onto rafts in Mittenwald and then transported to Munich and Landshut.
There are few bridges across the river around here, but this one, close to the town of Wallgau, is a perfect spot for admiring the mountains of Karwendel and Wetterstein.